Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to go through today's trade from IWM Alerts, the new alert system that I started with David. And I first came across David on YouTube where he told me and he showed me brokerage statements that showed he'd made 47,000 in just the first week of 2025, trading just the first 5 to 10 minutes at market open. And so it's fantastic. We decided to partner. And basically, the result is IWM Alert Service, which is basically the service that takes options on IWM. You don't have to do the options. There's one guy today, which I'll show you, actually trades IWM itself, but most people are trading the options on IWM for the first few minutes of market open. So this is fantastic. I'll leave a link in the description below to take you to this page. You can learn more about who David is and also join the IWM Alert service, which is really good. It's really small account friendly, as you'll see from the price of the options. And he uses market profile and order flow rather than the typical technical analysis that most retail traders use. So this is really fantastic. Definitely check it out. I'll make sure there's a link in the description for you. Lots of people are joining. You'll see them all posting the results, which again, it was a winner today. He has a very high win rate. I've only seen him lose once in January, and I think maybe once in February, but I'm not even sure he did actually. I think he's only lost once since the start of the year, which is phenomenal because these types of trades you can do them so quickly. Done and dusted at market open. I even see people getting up on the west coast early just to take these trades because they've been so successful. So this is going really, really well. And let's talk about the trade today. So this is in IWM Alerts here. This is the channel where I used to post the alerts manually, but we decided to switch to voice chat. So you actually go into the voice channel and he goes on. This is David right here. I think his name's David Alexander. So his last name is Alexander here. He goes on live and we all join in the voice channel here and he gives a commentary as the market opens. So typically starting a few minutes before the market opens at 9:30 Eastern time, and he'll go in and he'll start talking about what he's looking at. You also get his notes before pre-market, which is what we're looking at here, so you can start to learn his strategy a little bit and you can ask him questions about what he's posting. So this stuff right here. And he starts to tell you what like options to have ready to go. So he said I'm adding the 229, 228, and 227 puts, 0 DTE, it's always 0 DTE, into my watch list, whilst adding the 228s into my active trader. So he really helps people set up their active trader because these are fast trades, but they're absolutely replicable if you know what you're doing. Especially with the voice chat alerts, because that really helps get in fast. These are quick moves, typically just a few minutes, but you can catch them. And I'll show you real people that are catching these every day in just a second. So he said we may see a pop to the upside as there's mixed information coming out. The US added 143,000 jobs, but it's far less than expected. So typically that's a bearish idea, right? But he was also looking at his charts and showing that there was actually people rejecting the price at certain price levels. So he said, this is a summary, and I'll show you the actual results from real subscribers in just a second. He says, in summary, today we bought the 228 puts, which is what you'd have thought because this was pre-market, 10 minutes before the market opened, he was going to do the 228 puts. As we identified, the other participants in the IWM market did not agree with the 229 and 228 price tag from 2.6, so from yesterday. We also identified that prices were trading at the weekly VAH, which was a confluence to the monthly POC. So he entered the trade here at 53 cents. So this is a $53 contract. So you can do this with a very small account. You can buy one contract for $53, which is amazing. He made $10 per contract on the first part of his position and then a full $20 per contract as the puts went up to 0.73 within a few minutes. So this is fantastic. Imagine if you have 10 contracts, you're only putting in $530 and you could make $200 if you held through to the profit goal at 73. Now, he really emphasizes risk reward, so he does take some off halfway there to make sure that he protects his profits. So if this pulls back, he'll still have a winning trade. But $20 per contract is typically the goal. Doesn't seem like a lot, but look how small the prices for these contracts are $53. So $20 is 40% of 53, right? So that's really good. So you're talking anywhere from 25 to 50% almost per contract, which is phenomenal. So he said the sellers came in with enough force to push the market down. So these were his entries: 53, was his entry. His exits was at 63 and then at 73. Let's look and see how everybody else did in the general chat, because that's usually an indication, especially with these fast-moving alert services. Like, you have to make sure that they're replicable by subscribers. In this case, they really are. Now, occasionally it'll move so fast that people can't get it, but vast majority of the time, people are getting as good, if not better, than David. So this is the start. This is 8:15 today, so it's really so that's comments doesn't matter. So we'll scroll down here. So at 8:36, once the trade was closed, Tom just posted well done. So I'm assuming that was to do with the trade. Sean got 0.57, so $57 per contract, and they went up to $72 per contract. So he got a nice chunk of the move. Didn't quite get the same price as David did, but it was very close, and he took it all the way to 72, which is like a 30% gain or something like that. It's maybe 40%, which is phenomenal. So PineQ made money today, all out real money today. Ojo did $51 per contract, and they went up to $72 per contract, so really good. Again, that's a decent percent. That's a decent percent. Let's look at what that actually is. So 51 to 72. So 72 minus 51. So $21 per contract. So what percentage is 21 out of 51? So we'll do 21 divided by 51. 41%. That's phenomenal. And this is all within the space of a few minutes. I'll show you the actual charts in a sec. I just wanted to go through what people were doing. 57 to 67 was PineQ. Ojo was like, thank you, David. As would I be if it got 41% on it. Ken scaled out, so he went from 57 to 67, took some off, and then went to 75 and took the rest off. Sean was like, thank you. So this guy, GP, says, David strikes again. Thanks, man. 55 to 75 per contract, so really good. Texas Yeti has started to switch from paper trading these alerts to actual real money. He went from half of it from 59 to 69, then the second half was from 59 to 66 after moving up the stop. So he was a little bit different from David in that case. So just scrolling down, you can see that most people are pretty excited about this. MW is actually trading the underlying, so the IWM. So I don't have to worry about spreads, etc. So he's not trading the options. He got about $30 trading 100 stocks. Very impressed you can predict what will happen. It is impressive to see David figure out in the short term what's going to happen. I'll show you what did happen in just a minute or two. So TC didn't get a good fill. It takes a bit of practice and not everybody gets it every time. But still green, which is good. Here's Wavemaster posting his active trader account so you can see when the trades actually happened. So we click on this, hopefully it'll expand up. There we go. So he opened this at 6:31. So this is the guy who's getting up on the West Coast when the market opens 3 hours earlier. So he's definitely dedicated. He got the 228 puts at 53, so the same price as David. Got out at 63 and then got out at 74. So he's doing the scaling out perfectly as David teaches people to protect their gains. So it's really good. So he was able to replicate David almost exactly. Mike got 55, which is close to 67. So people are getting 20 to 40% depending on how they do this. So let's have a look, see what else people said here. I think it's always good to show this because it shows people that these fast services actually can work if you do it on voice chat and you practice a little bit. So he was able to get a bit. Renzo's interesting here. He said, I waited this time instead of jumping straight in. I was able to get a better fill. So he got 54, which is better than last time. So yeah, thanks, David. Have a great weekend. And then David just saying congrats. Awesome, congrats. So yeah, you can see everybody did pretty well. Here's what the trade actually looked like. So this is market open right where my cursor is right here. And within a minute, David was buying puts around here. And you can see a couple of minutes later, we started to get this nice sell-off all the way down, and people were taking profits down here. So not a big move, but it was pretty nice. It was time to get at roughly the same price as David, and then it started to sell down, rejecting from this 229 level, more or less 229. It's close up here. And so that was the underlying IWM, so you're able to do that. If you played the contracts, I've pulled them up on Webull right here. Let's see if we can see this. Try and get looks like we're moved along. So let me find the market open here. Just kind of go back to 9:30. Here we go. So here is the market open. This is the actual contracts, remember? So they were puts, so the contracts actually go up. There were the 228 puts for today. And so you can see at market open, people were getting in on this candle on the thing. So it corresponds if you look over to the right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. This is 0.54. It dipped a little bit, so it got down to 0.52. Again down to 0.52, 0.51, and then it started to rise on these 3 1-minute candles all the way up to 0.73. So really good timing for David to get out. His entry was almost perfect as well. So really, really nicely done. Fast trade, but like with a bit of practice and with voice chat, this is totally replicable by subscribers, which everybody always worries about with these fast trades. Anyway, if you want to buy this, we have it on special. We just launched it a month ago, so we still have this on special. This service is worth a lot more than we're asking for it, so if you want to find out the price, go to join IWM Alerts now. It'll tell you the price for the quarterly. If you really want to just do a month, just email me. I'll put my email in the description below, and I'll send you a link for the monthly as well. I would suggest doing it for more than a month, just because you'll be more dedicated, right? So you won't just be like, oh, I'm just dipping my toe in the water. You'll be like, I've committed to this. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to practice doing it with paper money, and then I'm going to do it with real money. This is a winning strategy. It just depends how much effort you're prepared to put in. You might even have to change your broker to something that's faster, like Thinkorswim, and it's worth it though, because this is a strategy. David made over 60,000 in 2025 already. I think it's probably higher than that now. And he's done a fantastic job doing this. He's a great teacher. He does the voice channel where he goes through what he's doing in detail. It's one of the best services for scalpers that you know that you're getting a trade at market open. So definitely check it out. I'll leave all the links in the description below, and hopefully that's helpful.